All right, welcome back. I am Bill Westlake, and this is Lag Demon Programming. When we left off, we were working on our items and our inventory system. There's a couple of things that I thought of here between videos. One of them is our item needs to have a takeable value. This is going to be because certain items within the within a particular room are not something you can take or pick up. For instance, a chest. You can empty the chest. You can take the items out of the chest, but you can't take the chest itself. And that's just for that's just what I decided. I guess that's the rule. I know there are games where you can take the chest and put it in your inventory, and some of them you can have the chest full of stuff in your inventory. That's gets a little bit complicated to manage. So we're just going to say certain things are not takeable. What that means is, excuse me, we're going to need 2 constructors on this. And this first constructor, we're going to come here and we're going to go takeable is true. So a default, it's underscore takeable is true for the main constructor. That would be for ordinary items. On this one, however, we're going to be able to specify it. So we're going to come in here and go bool is takeable. And we'll come here and we'll go underscore takeable is takeable. All right, and then we also want a getter for that. So we want bool get or is takeable. Return underscore takeable. All right, so we've got that, and we'll get to that when we start making additional items. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how that works too, because we'll be subclassing this item. So we'll be making starting to build an object hierarchy. So let's go over to room. And right now it's got this kind of inventory. That's not what we want. We want to include inventory. And we want to change this out to inventory. And then we want to do the same thing. And we can just go over to player. And actually, if we don't want to do this, we could have a super class for anything that can have an inventory. I'm not going to do that right now because there's actually a better way to do that, which we'll come to in later down the road. We'll make this more and more abstract all the time. Right now I want to focus on basic classes, the ideas behind them. We could refactor this to have a base class of things that can, have an inventory, and these functions could be part of that. It could have an inventory, and these players and rooms could inherit from that. But I'm not fond of that because players and rooms, other than an inventory, don't have much in common. They're not really the same kind of objects. So we'll just copy these and take them over to room and paste them in. They're just really connector through functions that connect into the inventory, so we can add and remove items from the room. Okay. So far so good. Let's write some test code for our inventory. So let's go to our dungeon crawl. We've got a player already, so let's create a simple item. We'll go me dot add item. We'll say new item, and we need a name. We'll call it I don't know, we'll call it a ball. We need a description. We'll call it a red ball. And we need a value. We'll give it a value of 12. All right. So we're adding one item into our inventory. Let's add a couple more. We'll call this one a cube, and we'll make it a I don't know, a blue cube. And we'll make this one a cone, and we'll make it a green cone. And we'll say that's 12. This will be 14, and this one will be a value of 16. All right. Now, we're already printing out me. What do we need to do? Well, we need to go back to inventory.h, and we need to create this friend. So we'll go on here, and we'll make friend. We need to include OStream. OStream ampersand operator OStream ampersand OS. So that's a reference. Remember, ampersand after the type name here means that this is a between the type name and the OS. You can put it like this if you want. It's much more common to do this. It doesn't matter where the ampersand is. It's between the type and here it means it's a reference. And then we need a constant inventory ampersand inv, we'll call it inventory. There we go. And then we will go OS from let's see, OS, we'll say inventory. Endel, oops, make that Endel. All right. We'll make a bit of a line again. Now this is where we need to iterate over our inventory. So what we're going to do is go for auto item colon underscore inventory underscore h what underscore inventory. And so each of these items we can just do OS from item and we haven't made that yet. Right now, since it's a pointer, that item is a pointer, so we want to go pointer item, and we should get some red squiggles or something. Oh, inventory dot, so we're in the inventory, underscore inventory, we're in the inventory, so we're going to go through the inventory. Each of these should be an item pointer. Error type item. Huh. So if we go to our item, we'll work through this. We've already got this item description, item value print out here. So in our inventory, we can just call that on item, and I don't understand why it's coming up in error type. Let me compile it. That sometimes clears the IntelliSense. Oh, it doesn't like something. Oh, duh. Inv dot. Now it's a pointer to item. Okay. And there it is. Player health, strength, damage. Okay. It's not going to print it out yet because we're not doing it in the player. So here in the player, what we can do is go OS from underscore or from player dot underscore inventory. And now we should get our inventory. What? Oh, that's why. Forgot to do this. Return OS. And there we go. We got player bill, strength 7, health 15, damage 5, inventory, item ball, description red ball, value, item cube, description blue cube, value, and there's all our items. So let's go over that and make sure that we understand it. So my player has an inventory object as part of it. We've got the ability to add items to it, and we were able to do that. We have a friend function, a friend operator overload for this that prints out a player, including its inventory. This calls that inventory, this function here. Inventory prints out that it's an inventory, and then for each item it prints out the item because the items also have that friend overload. And I think instead of doing this, because I thought that looked kind of ugly, let's change this a little bit and let's make it print out the item. Let's get rid of the lines for one thing. I think that's a bit much here. And let's tab these in. And let's see how that looks a little bit better. That's a little more readable. So here's our player. We've got our stats and our inventory, and each of the items in our inventory. And let's see if we can actually remove one of those. So we'll go back here, make sure the remove function works here. So we'll print ourselves out, and then we'll go me dot remove item ball, and then we'll print ourselves out again. Just make sure it's gone. So there's our inventory. Here's our new inventory. The ball is gone. Let's remove the cone as well. And there you see the only thing that's left is the blue cube. So adding items works, removing items works, and we're getting a halfway decent printout of our character. Now this printout will come up when you issue a command to the game to view your inventory and we'll probably have a separate command just for viewing your inventory, and we'll make a function for that and so forth. So there's a variety of things that we can do now. Rooms should be the same way. So we've got some rooms created. Let's do this, but not call the game loop. Game.create room. So that's being created inside the game though. So we'll have to do something there. Well, that'll come about when we do. Well, actually, we can just create a room, right? We can go room equals new equals room. What do we have to give it? Anything? add item. We'll just do these again. We'll do the same ones, but we'll change this to room. Room. There we go. And we'll make this room, room, room. And then we will okay, what doesn't it like here? Room. Oh, we probably have to do add. Oh, did I make it so that we can't just create a room? What did I do here? Name and description. We got to feed it a name and description. I don't know why it's. Oh, probably because I don't have it. I know why. I don't have the header file included. And so we create a room. That's better. Name, special, description, a room. Okay. Oops. And now we need to go oh, we haven't done that for room. All right, well, let's take care of that. Yeah, we don't have an overload, so let's do this. Include our O stream. That's our output stream. Friend. O stream. Ampersand. Operator. Standard O stream. Ampersand OS. And constant room. Ampersand room. And what do we want to print out about a room? The name, the description, and the inventory, probably, and the exits. So, did we not? I thought we did something to do that. So, anyway, we'll go OS, room, OS, make a line, name, room dot name, now just make this a little easier on myself. Name, description, push this in so they're lined up. Name and description. Then we've got exits, but exits, we don't want to print out the whole exit, which is just another room. We want to get just its name. And so what we'll do is we'll go here and we'll go put a line. And we'll go OS exits. And then we will go for exit for auto exit in exits, not in. I'm crossing over languages again. Exits. Oh yes, it's got to be room dot exits. We'll go OS from, and we'll do this same thing. We'll put a tab, and then we'll go exit pointer get name. And then we will come down here and we'll go OS from room dot inventory, and then return OS. Okay, now we can print out a room. And here it is. Okay, so we printed out ourselves and we took stuff out of our inventory. That all worked. And here's our room. Name is special. Description is special. Looks like I put a capital P in there. Exits, there's none. We didn't add any. So there's inventory. So you know what we could do is, in the odd chance that there's no exits from a room, which would be kind of strange, you'd be kind of done at that point. But yeah, we won't bother with that. What we'll do is we'll go back to here and we'll go ahead and take that room dot add room new room a place, some place, comma, another room. And there, exits someplace. Inventory, it's got the same items. So now we could go in there. When we set up the commands, we'd be able to go in there and pick up the ball or the cube or the cone. All right. So, all right. That's it for this video. What we did was we got our rooms, players, inventory system more or less working, and we've got items, and really all we need to do now is maybe set up some rooms and start creating some commands so that we can move around and pick up and drop items in different rooms as a start. And then we'll create different kinds of items like chests with items in them, and then we'll be ready to create monsters and fight monsters in different rooms, and pick up the drops that they leave behind and collect things up, and so forth, and maybe even die and have to start all over or something along those lines. So, all right, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. And if you want to get notifications when I upload videos, hit that notify button. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.